This was IBM. This was IBM Call For Code, and it was one of the most surreal thing I've ever done in my life. And it all started with an email. This email was sent by a professor in Augustana, and I received it along with my friend and a bunch of other people in the school. And I was like, oh, a hackathon, kinda. It's by IBM. Okay, that's a big name. It's about sustainability. Okay. It's something about solving world problems and stuff like that. So I was like, never done that before. Why not, right? It's like I have summer off, something to try for the summer. So I got in contact with my friend. I was like, hey, you want to work on it? I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then I was like, okay. But basically, that point in time, we did not realize what was going to happen. We did not realize we'd get this far, let alone win the competition. So before I continue, what is IBM Call For Code? So IBM hosts a yearly contest for different categories. Mostly it focuses on sustainability, disasters. COVID was 2020, I believe, and different prompts. And you, a developer, submit a project that answers or solves a problem. And most of the time, this competition spans for 3 months at a time, and it is a global competition. So anyone from anywhere competes in this competition. And I believe, if my numbers are correct, around 8,000 people participated, or 8,000 projects participated. I'm kind of not sure on the number, but this happens every year. And IBM, with the one and only David Clark, set out to put this competition to be the Nobel Prize of programming, or the Nobel Prize for computer scientists and programmers around the world. And that was the aim, and we participated not knowing a single thing. We did not know how big this was. We just wanted to see if we can do it. That was basically it. Some of us wanted to do it for a resume because, of course, summer job, finding stuff is pretty hard. You kind of do need projects, stuff like that. So we were like, let's go for it. And that's how it started. That is how we became GardenMate. We were, of course, before GardenMate, we had to think of an idea of what GardenMate was. But we were sitting there thinking, how are we going to win? How are we going to win this $200,000? I did not know. At the beginning, I did not know how much it was, but when I heard, I was like, what the? First place gets what? What? Really? That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. And I was like, yeah, I'm sold. Yeah, let's do it. But that was how we approached it. How are we going to win this? What do they want? What does IBM want? And that's where we start thinking. Sitting in our garage. We call it the garage, but it's actually just a day room where people just hang out. But we took over the second floor of Stavig in Augustana. We sat there. We were plotting, how are we going to win this? But the problem was, we were just 4 college students sitting in a dorm room and thinking, how are we going to solve one of the biggest world problems that thousands, if not millions of people have thought, and they could not have done. We were just 4 people. Just okay, what if we solve carbon emission? If we do this and do that, then done, right? No. Not that simple. And we tried. We actually really tried too hard to think about it, but we could not, for the life of us, figure or decide at least on a single thing that we liked that would be what IBM asked for, at the same time something that's approachable, something buildable, something feasible, something scalable. And that was our first hiccup. That was when we stopped and we were like, I'm running out of ideas. I don't know what to do. And we were thinking of getting in contact with the professors. And so we met up with our professor, Dr. Willard, and we sat down, and he was telling us about his problems of how Augustana has a garden and he's having trouble giving out plants, giving out whatever they grew. And that was one of the biggest heartaches. And he was like, I wish there was something that would help us. with that. And that's where it all began. That's where we all was like, okay. We were mostly thinking about food waste. We were like, how are we gonna solve food waste? Because I feel like that's something approachable, something that can be built. And we were thinking, oh, Walmart, so they waste food. How do we get those wasted food to the hands of people who need it? And it did not dawn to us until we realized that normal people, are gardeners, and they make tons of food, a lot of food. Statistically speaking, actually, it is, according to a survey, it is 11.2 billion pounds of food that is wasted by gardeners. And that's where the eureka moment happened. What if we connect gardeners with people who need it? Because gardeners, if I was a gardener, to get out anything that I built, anything that I've grown is like a heartache. I have to just give it out to a neighbor, just say, oh, neighbor, do you want some tomatoes? I have like 2 kilograms of tomatoes. Do you want some tomatoes? And my neighbor will be like, no. But maybe there is actually someone around the corner who does know, but does not personally know you. And that's where this idea started. That's where countless and countless and countless of hours was spent building. And that's what our idea was. It was called GardenMate. And then the first event happened. And we lost. IBM at that point had mini accelerated programs where they have a mini price of $1,500, and that was pan out divided into 3, where you can only compete into 1. And we were like, let's compete in the first one because that's where the summer was, that's where the prime was. So we competed, and the first mini accelerated program we participated in, we lost. We did not win first place. We did not win second place. We did not even make it in the list. And that broke us. That broke something in us at that point. We were more than disappointed. We were sad that we didn't get to be close to the top. We were not asking for much. We just wanted to see how much ours performed against the other competition in a span of a month. At that point, only a few participated, and we did not win that one. We lost, and that was a reality check of maybe our project, as good as it sounded, was not meant to be. It's not enough. And yeah, that was it. That was the end of the video, right? Oh no, that was not it. Actually, we lost, but the thing is, we kind of may have technically not qualified for that one because we may have submitted in the wrong category or something. But yeah, we did not pass that because we did not fill the requirement. So we were kind of heartbroken. And then after a while, they announced the finalists. The finalists, at that point, we were done. By the first month, we were fully complete. We submitted it. We created the video and everything for the accelerator program. We submitted it. And we were heartbroken. We went to our lives. We continued our daily college life. And then that's when they announced the finalist. They sent an email to each individual saying, do not tell this to anyone, but you guys are the top 5 global finalists. Global finalists, top 5. What? That was like me, my friends were going crazy. I was sitting on my bed and I saw I got a call from my friend. I was like, check your email. And I was like, check my email? Is something wrong? And I opened up my phone and I was like, okay. I see it's from IBM. And I clicked. It was red mark. Do not tell this to anyone. And I was like, okay. And then it said, thank you for participating. I was like, of course. And then they said, congratulations, you won top 5 global winner. I'm like, what? I probably screeched like if there was anyone around the place, people would have probably figured it out. Though they told us don't tell anyone. Our voices, our reactions, kind of was like pretty obvious, pretty obvious, and maybe too obvious in a sense. But we were more than mind blown. And immediately after, the university contacted us and congratulated us. They say that they are the only one who know, and they shouldn't tell anyone until IBM comes out officially. And we were like, how can I keep this? This is something inside of me that I just want to laugh. And like, it was the most craziest thing that has happened to us. And I was like, oh, I can't believe this happened. And then I scrolled down. I literally did not even get to finish the email because I was so ecstatic by the first two sentences. And I scrolled down, and it said that we are going to New York for the final program. I was like, what? And they said they're gonna pay for us. I was like, what? Like flight cover, what? Hotel cover, what? This is crazy. And then I scrolled down. I was more than ecstatic. And then I scrolled down a little bit, and then it said the showroom is gonna be at United Nations headquarters. I was like, what? United Nations? I'm going to go to the United Nations? What the? And then I keep on going lower and lower, and at the bottom it showed us the prize money for 5th place was $10,000. We were like, we got $10,000 no matter what? Are you kidding me? What? This is crazy. And then scroll a little bit up. The 2nd place and 3rd place gets 25. What? Are you saying that even though we're not number 1, we could get 25? And then I saw first, I was like, $200,000. Oh my God. But as I said, since the reality hit of us losing, I was like, 1st place might not be the, like, we might not get there, but I like 2nd and 3rd. That was like that was where I was aiming for. I was like, please 2nd and 3rd. But I tried to keep a positive heart, and every time we were in the team, we were like, yes, number 1, yes, we're winning, yes. I was like, 2 and 3 will be fine. But I was like, yes, I must be positive. And the next part is probably the most craziest part. That next part, I'll just fast forward. The trip to New York was amazing. We had a blast. So many things happened in New York. It felt like a week. Even though we were there for a couple of days, it felt like a lot of things happened. But we were there, sitting in the showroom, waiting for the announcement. That was the most nerve-wracking moment in my life. They started off by announcing saying, oh, this is the previous winners, this is what the progress they made, and then they announced the university prize winners and stuff like that. And it was time for the global. It was time to announce the global winners. And they started off with 5th place. And we were all holding hands, waiting, hoping that our names would not be called. 4th place gets announced. Oh my God, we are not 5th place. Okay, come on, don't say our name. 4th place gets announced. Oh my God, we're at least 3rd. I cannot believe we're at least 3rd place. Oh my God. They announced the 3rd place winner, and I was like, what? Did they just name that team, which was nearby, 3rd place? In my head, the only true winner that I was like, okay, they might win, they might actually win this, was 3rd place. It was nearby. You should check the project out. I'll link it down below. And it was 3rd place. And I was like, the one that I think will win is 3rd. The only 2 left is us and another team. Is this going to be a 2nd? Are we going to be 1st? Is this possible? Is this gonna happen, and we were clenching. We were like, oh my god, no. And then they announced the second place.
Second place. There we go. Second place. Keep high.
We went wild. That was crazy. Oh my god, I still remember. Oh my. We went wild. It was more than any of us has ever dreamed. And here I am, sitting here, talking about it. First place, 2022 Global Challenge winners of IBM Call For Code. Number 1, first place. So what's next? Some of you may ask. Well, what's next is we're gonna try to cooperate with IBM, other people we met throughout New York and different events that has happened in New York, and we're gonna build this. We're gonna help reduce food waste. That's our number 1 aim, and maybe my channel might give a sneak peek on what's gonna be like. Who knows? I haven't decided yet. But what can you do? You, the one watching, can you participate in this? Absolutely, 100%. Should you? Definitely. Never did I think that I would win, and here I am. Like, anyone can win at this point. This is the most, like, it is, if you're a computer science major, even if you're not and you want to work on something that is as big as this will definitely change the course of your life. And you can win. I did not think I would win, and I'm pretty sure you probably don't think you're gonna win, but you won't know until you try. You won't know until you sit in that day room of yours, whatever that place is, and you think to yourself, this is stupid. There's no way I'm gonna solve a world problem. And then you think of it, and then you build it, and then you do solve it. It is all about action, and I think that's the single thing I learned. It is doing it. This is executing the plan and knowing that you can do it too, and knowing that I could be an example that anyone can do it should show that you can do it. Just make sure though, what does IBM want? Because every time you participate in what does they want? How can we solve it? And is this practical? Is it scalable? Does it hit every point or every parameter? And if it's so, then you got yourself a winning idea. And that's my experience of how I won IBM Call For Code. And if you want to see me fail 3 times in a hackathon, you can watch the video right here. But thank you for watching. Thank you for seeing this experience. It was pretty surreal. As I said, it is pretty incredible. So hope to see you more.